Hey everyone, I'm Eliza, and today I want to share my thoughts on something we'll deal with every single day, digital communication, or what we call computer-mediated communication. It's such a huge part of our lives that sometimes we don't even notice how much it shapes what we do, how we think, and how we connect with people. So here's a big question for you. How does CMC affect your life? Does it make you feel empowered, alienated, or maybe a bit of both? For me, it's definitely both, and today I'm going to tell you why. Let's start with school. Have you ever felt nervous speaking up in a class? Because same, absolutely. When I'm sitting in a classroom and the teacher asks a question, sometimes I know the answer, but saying it out loud can feel intimidating. That's where CMC really helps me. Online platforms like Google Classroom, Canvas discussions, and even Zoom chats make it easier for me to share my ideas without the pressure of having all eyes on me. What's cool is that this connects to something we learned called the hyper-personal model, which basically says people can sometimes communicate better online because they have more control over how they present themselves. And honestly, that's been true for me. Having time to think, type, revise, then post makes me feel more confident. But even though that's empowering, there's a downside. Sometimes online learning feels quite a little too quiet. I miss the energy of being in a classroom, hearing people laugh, asking questions, or just feeling like we are all learning together. That ties into the concept of social presence, which is all about feeling there with someone. And sometimes in digital spaces, that presence is weaker, which can feel kind of lonely. Now let's talk about friendships and relationships. For me, CMC has been amazing for staying close to people I care about, especially my boyfriend and my friends who live far away. With messaging apps, video calls, and even just sending TikToks or memes back and forth. It feels like I have this virtual hangout right in my pocket. It really helps maintain closeness even when we aren't physically together. But, and I know many of you have felt this, social media can also be tough. Sometimes you scroll and suddenly feel like everyone's life is perfect except yours. Or you send a message that you think is clear, but the tone gets lost and the other person reads it differently. That's where CMC can feel alienating. It connects us, but sometimes it also creates misunderstandings or those little moments of insecurity. So just like with school, it's a mix of connection and complication. On the bright side, CMC can be incredibly empowering. I can access information instantly, tutorials, articles, videos, you name it. I can share my ideas, get creative with projects, and even collaborate with people I would never meet otherwise. Online spaces make it easier for me to express myself in ways I don't always feel comfortable doing in person. It's like CMC gives me a voice that feels clearer, more confident, and sometimes even more authentic. But let's be real. CMC has its alienating side too. Spending too much time online can make me feel disconnected from the real world. When most communication happens through screens, it's easy to feel like you're surrounded by people but still alone. Misunderstandings happen more easily, and social media can make you compare yourself to others in an unhealthy way. So even though CMC brings people together, it can also create emotional distance. One big takeaway from studying CMC is that it's not simply good or bad. It all depends on how we use it. I've learned to be more intentional, to choose meaningful conversations over endless scrolling, to manage my screen time, and to pay attention to how my online identity affects the way I interact with others. Really, it's about balance. Using digital tools to enhance connection, not replace it. It can also make us feel isolated or misunderstood if we are not careful. My takeaway, use it wisely, enjoy the perks, but don't forget to log off sometimes and connect in real life too. We may speak in 1,000 ways online, but it's the silence between the messages that often speaks the loudest. Thank you. Bye-bye.